Always be very suspicious of any idea that tells you you are not good. There's something wrong with you. The basis of all missing the mark is not that there's something wrong with you. It was like Buddha said, ignorance.
What was that last word?
Ignorance. It's not evil, it's not sin, it's ignorance. Because if you know yourself very, 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 very well, you're sure to discover that I'm not too much different from you. That everybody is not too much different from you.
And the concept of self-remembering, how one, the end of the sensing exercise, this is how my intention for the day, how lightning fast that changes in a moment. An oppression, a distraction, and how the human body can turn so fast, going back to being regular, going back to not being aware. It's just a snap. And just how much energy one puts forth with what one can do. This person was hiking on a volcano, and for the first time in his life saw lava going by, and thought, just tried to sense it, sense the feeling of the lava, and feeling it. That this was the first time he actually saw mountains move, and had the idea that with enough energy, mountains can move. And that's what was happening with the lava. Hear the crackling and the popping, and just seeing huge pieces melt and move. And the idea that one can do anything if one puts enough energy behind it and sustains it, and puts the intention out there by keeping and remembering that.
Oliver Wendell Holmes was a highly accredited Supreme Court justice, one of the giants of intelligence, study, quoted 1,000 times. His father, Oliver Wendell Holmes Sr., received his first doctorates at a very early age. He's got doctorates from Cambridge, from Harvard, from every school in the world, 1 million credits. Among great writers, vowed to be one of the great thinkers of our time. And he writes that, the way he puts it, in the infancy, the member of the tribe is tattooed with the writings and the symbols of the tribe. And later in life, as he sees how wrong these tattoos are, he can't get rid of them. They are in his being. In some way, he also said that a man thinks of there being heaven as his reward and hell as his punishment, but that within his own mind is where heaven and hell exists. I sent my soul through the invisible, some letters of the afterlife to spell. And by my soul returned to me and said, I myself am heaven and hell. What poet was that?
William Blake.
I believe it was Blake. Somewhere it said that in order to help somebody, the first thing we must do is become something that they admire and that they want. And then when they ask us, I want, would you do it? Then we can say to them, think differently, or study this, or do that. We can't forget that the person we want to bring benefit to is not educated in the ways of knowing themselves. If they were educated in the ways of knowing themselves, they probably wouldn't need us. Like little children, when they're supposed to take their medicine or eat some food, their mother tells, I don't want. One mouthful for the Lone Ranger. Okay, for the Lone Ranger. Because that makes sense to a 6-year-old. Like children, a lot of the world is sleeping children. They want a promise. They want a testimonial. Look what happens. Popeye is weak. The guy comes, takes away his boat, hits olive oil on the head. Popeye can't do anything. Opens up the can of spinach. As soon as Popeye eats the spinach, he's strong. Now he can go out and do this, do that. A simple symbol that people can understand, that I can understand. You want to be strong? Eat the spinach. You want what this man has, what that man has, what that man has. You want to play great saxophone? Eat your spinach. But we're going to talk about, studying here, this school, that school. Eat your spinach. Whatever the spinach is. That's how people get helped. By giving them a road that they can walk and learn something.
I think the best lesson that can be learned is from our life, from going to the work, waking up in the morning, making coffee, the usual normal things. This is where we can change. This is where all the secrets is. This is where the treasure is. Right there, underneath our nose. But we want to go far away to get new knowledge.
This is the real stuff is here. Easy, right?
Yes, I think if...
How do you know?
Look, everything, I don't know too much, especially lately I'm seeing that I don't even know the little thing that I thought that I knew.
Oh.
I don't even know that. But everything that I know from every day, because it's like a saxophone. If you want to play your spinach, needs to be done every day.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be done once a week. If you play Pluto is going to come and kick your ass. There's no spinach
Remember the
around.
name, Pluto?
His name is Pluto? No.
I think so.
Yeah,
Brutus.
Brutus. That Pluto
Where
was
is
the
the
song.
spinach for us? Where is the spinach? The spinach on the daily, what we have to do every day. We wake up every day in the same bed.
You're right.
Yeah.
The spinach.
Once a week.
But now convince me that I should take the spinach.
Jesus said, man cannot live on bread alone.
Bread and spinach.
I think that the household idea is much deeper than what we think. Because when you're a householder and you really get the word householder when you're daily going to work on your left foot, then work idea, you are
You are the
a
work
different
idea.
man. It's not that you have to do this and then. If you do this, you are it. It's not another level and another step. But for some reason, the mind is like, okay, I'll do this and then I'll work. We have to make time on Tuesday night to work on ourselves.
Right.
It's crazy. This idea is so strong, and to break it, you have to break it. You have to break this idea and say, no, here, and it's such a powerful influence on us that we lose pretty much every battle.
I think that Albert has a unique fortune to be in a catastrophe personally and to experience a shock that is clearing up a lot of clutter, and so he can really see. It is for some of us who are in between the crisis that cannot see. Now, the work says to see that we have to shock ourselves. Yeah, the external shock comes once in a while, once in 10 years, 5 years. Loved one dies, things happen. But to shock oneself every day, sure, the fear is preventing us, but I think the desire to become that person, to stop that suffering, and it's like suffering like a donkey. I look at this man that calls himself this with my name. And he is choosing to suffering like a donkey, although he has done it many times before and will probably continue to do it. And this is beyond insanity. This is something overtly sick. That the spell, the magic, the hypnosis, I don't know. But it's very powerful, and I understand what Albert is saying, because I've been through that shock myself, and I experienced the liberty that the pain and letting go brings with it.